Hello everyone, I am William and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we will be continuing in the Driving Academy, and in fact we are set to be finishing up the first module here, Truck Driving Basics. The only things we have left are the two parts of the final exam, and given that the previous modules have been much longer in terms of scenarios, and this one only has two, these are looking like they're going to be a bit of a doozy. Final exam, part 1. Welcome to the first part of the final exam. Here, we'll see how well you've learned to drive a truck after your time at the academy. Doesn't look too hard so far. First, you'll attach the trailer. Once coupled, you'll drive the truck around the entire test route. Interesting how we get a different test route now. The previous modules have all been sort of in this nondescript city, whereas here we seem to be on a farm somewhere. The first section of the test leads you onto some side roads that will take you toward the town center. Wow, this seems to be a full proper road test, but they're not narrating what turns I have to do. It just looks like figure it out. And I guess that makes sense since this is the final exam. They're not going to tell you, they're not going to tutorialize me on what I need to do. It's just you should know how to do it from here. The test route includes various kinds of corners and obstacles. Yeah, as I was saying, not going to tutorialize me. It's just, do you know it or not? And given that I wasn't really reading the stuff before, I mean, I was reading it out loud, but given that I wasn't really paying attention, I don't think this is going to change much. A small part of the route goes through the city center. Oh, this looks familiar now. Yeah, I think we're just back in the town. I didn't realize there was like a full farm area. Didn't really go out there during the previous scenarios. Oh yeah, that's where I backed up. We'll test your ability to maneuver the truck through different obstacles and courses. So far, it doesn't look too difficult. It just looks really long. Oh, suddenly we're somewhere else. You'll encounter various situations that will test your attention to your surroundings. Oh, we got a backwards section, oh no. We'll have you reverse through the industrial facility. Oh goodness. What is that? Long-term precision reversing, what is this? Luckily it doesn't look too tight, it just looks... That... And it's really far into the scenario too. That looks painful. After driving on roads through the city center and in the industrial facility, you'll head towards the Driving Academy headquarters. A short drive on the road and you're nearly done. Zoom. And I assume reverse into the spot. To complete the test, you'll need to park accurately. You can choose whichever maneuver works best for you. They're giving me a lot of freedom for this exam. It's not a lot of tell you what to do, it's just get this done, which I guess makes sense. There's no need to be nervous. You've already learned everything that will be required to pass. Good luck. No, don't say good luck. That's bad luck. Have you never heard of theater superstitions? Why isn't the truck beeping? What kind of reversing hacks are you using that the truck isn't beeping while you're reversing? Overall, it doesn't look too difficult. It's just really long, so any mess-ups are going to be punishing. First things first. Truck on, in gear, engine, or parking brake off. And let's set off toward the trailer. Over here, and then reverse into the trailer. Careful with it. Careful with it. Lined up properly. That looks lined up to me. Parking brake on. Connect the trailer. Release the parking brake and set off. A stop sign there, so let's stop even though it's a closed course. Set out onto the road. There's some cones on this side, so let's take this wide. Again, it's a closed course, but I'm indicating just because why not. All right, make sure the trailer does not hit those cones. Oh, the trailer might hit those cones. Trailer's definitely going to hit those cones. Alright, trying this again, and this time going even more wide. Into the grass slightly, but I'm going to miss those cones now. Good. Forward slightly. Now an even more challenging route. Route, turn. Right, so this one looks like I'll need to button hook it a little, so let's head far, then cut over, make sure I don't hit those barriers. I might hit those barriers. I feel like that cone, I forgot to set it in not reverse. In drive, that's the word I was looking for. But yeah, I think that last turn with the close call with the cones kind of scared me, so I think I went a bit far, but I caught myself both times. It's what you really want. What did I hit? Seriously, what did I hit? Did I hit those cones? I'd like a replay of that. Oh, dang it. Okay, so maybe the caution was warranted. And again, I'm gonna learn from my mistakes this time, and I'm gonna go wide because I have the space for it. Plenty of room. And now I'm gonna stay wide so that I can avoid the cones coming up. And it looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a wiggle. So, and I gotta prepare for that. So go long, cut in, and go long again so that the trailer doesn't nick that cone. That cone is definitely sticking a little bit far out. That's not just me, is it? So I'm gonna go further than I think I need to, then cut over so the trailer has enough room to maneuver around the cones. And then not go far over that way. I think I should be fine on that front. How are the cones doing over here? I think I left them with a bit too much room. Okay, I got a lot of room on that side. Go a little bit long over here. I'm gonna mount the curb slightly. I was apparently not allowed to mount the curb slightly. Good to know. And again, I just noticed that you may choose to obey or ignore traffic signs as you see fit. Well, that's very helpful to know. And I will choose to obey them because I like to follow the rules of the road when I fancy it. Yes, third time's the charm here. The problem is I'm not going far enough into the second curve. It's a really sharp corner and it's a very narrow corner, so I gotta go long here, cut over sharp so I don't hit that barrier, and then stay wide so the trailer doesn't hit the cones over there, but continue to go long but not too long so my tractor doesn't hit the cones over there. It looks wider than it is because it's a long trailer that I need to maneuver with, but I think that should be sufficient. Now don't mount the curb like last time because apparently I'm not allowed to do that. I'm just going to try to hug this line of cones and hope that my trailer will go for it. Looks like it did. Let's go. Alright, and I've already forgotten what the rest of the course is. Let's go. Oh yeah, roundabout. Singing yes right now. Just go around the roundabout. Hopefully there's no cone hitting. Plenty of room. Yeah, I think I just got in my own head there. How forgiving is this one? Extremely forgiving. Let's go. But I think this next one is less forgiving, so I'm going to try to get over as soon as possible. Although I think this is technically the wrong side of the road. It's unclear if this road is one way or not. Either way, I'm going to take it long. That's enough room for my nose to get past. Yeah, plenty of room. Now this is the tricky one. This is the narrow alley one. And I hope that I'll be able to mount the curb slightly here. Let's go. Yeah, this next one's really tight, so I'm going to go a little bit long and cut over. And that is not enough room to make the turn. And don't hit that pull. And I hope my trailer is coming in. Hard to tell from this angle. May not have gone far enough to the left. Oh, now that looks like we have plenty of room. Plenty of room. And back onto the road. This is a very forgiving, it's a relatively forgiving turn. And then straight onto the main road. Trying to not let my trailer mount the curb, but I don't think that'll fail me. And let me pass. Drive straight on. To the industrial site, which is over here. Right, where's the turn? There's the turn. Carefully drive through the turns. I'll drive carefully. I'll just try to avoid the cones harder. Right, looks like we have some barriers up here. So that will make this turn slightly tricky. We got some cones over there. But it does look like a fairly forgiving turn. Just a matter of going wide. Now we got another one of these zigzag things, but we're not coming out of a turn this time, so it might be a little easier, question mark? But I don't know. This also does look a bit tighter than the last one. But only a bit. It's hard to judge where the cones are because we're so high off the ground. Yikes, that's a bit tight, but I think we're gonna make it. How about on this side? I think it's just a matter of going as far as you can and then turning. But the problem is you can't really see where the cones are on your front because of the engine being there. Ooh, that's a bit close, but I think we got it. I hope we got it. Dag nabbit! I just barely clipped that one. And again, now something I have to keep in mind when I'm trekking back through the course is just because I've completed it doesn't mean that it's not hard. So I shouldn't take the fact that I've completed it for granted. There was no checkpoint. I'm back to the start. I've effectively started over. It's just knowledge and muscle memory that's on my side now. And that is part of what I'm talking about. Now we're gonna make that. Ooh, I'm onto the curb slightly, but it still counted me in. Let's go. Made it through the town again. Now off to the industrial area. Back to where we got to last time. And I think this time I'll just have to be a little more careful, but I think I had the strategy down. I was almost done last time. It's just... I didn't quite execute it right, and I might have turned a bit prematurely there. Ooh, it'll be close. It'll be close. I might just be able to stick this line rather than actually doing the slalom properly, but I'll check my looking back. No, I don't think so. It'll be close regardless. I think I do want to slightly turn that way. I can't see the cones directly next to me. That's what's worrying me. Just go. Hope for the best. Dang it. Yeah. Don't... I rushed it. And again, I didn't expect the slalom, of all things, to be the thing that was causing me the most trouble. I don't entirely know why, because maneuvering a slalom with the trailer is very challenging, especially since I can't really see what's directly next to me, given just how the truck is designed. I completely forgot I have a side mirror there. Fortunately, this isn't ETS2, so I don't have a front mirror. I only have my best judgment of where the hood ends, which is less good. Yeah, that's what I've been worried about this whole time. I misjudged where the hood ended and I went too far on a turn. Dag nabbit. And again, yeah, this scenario is long. Each one of these failed attempts effectively takes like 5 minutes to get back to the point where it ends. And I'll probably cut most of that out. The rest of this course is so easy, and then there's just the 2 slaloms and the reversing section that I haven't even gotten to yet. Ah, dang it. Yeah, I guess going really far then reversing slightly to get in there is better than turning too soon and cutting that corner. And again, not making the same mistake as last time, going wide, cutting in a bit more. Looks like I will still make that corner, but should be enough room for the trailer now. There was, and I overcompensated. This is not going well. And again, alright, finally made it through that again. Back out toward the slalom. Don't rush this curve. Make sure that you don't hit the far wall. This is an easy 90-degree curve. You've done multiple like this earlier this run. There you go. That wasn't so hard, was it? Right. Finally back to the slalom after about 20 minutes. Weave through the cones. Turn before you hit these cones. Make sure this side clears. I have a side mirror that I can't see anything. Think I'm good? Oh, dang it. No, that will not clear. Okay. Now try to go a little more this way. I think I might have already lost. Okay, there's a cone right there. Careful to not hit it. I think we're clear. Think being the key word there. Just go straight out and hope. Okay. Now, time for the bit that I was worried about, the reversing section. Now, from the looks of it, it is fairly wide, but any time maneuvering in reverse is going to be... Hey. Trailer's straightened off. Let's start reversing. Keep an eye on this side to make sure that we don't hit anything. The issue is you can't see both sides of the truck at the same time. You can either see the right side or you can see the left side, and I just don't know what's on the other side. So it's just a matter of hug the side you can see and hope, I guess. Being very careful here. The nice thing is it's more or less a big driver's side turn. There's not a lot of passenger side movement. And that's good because it gives you a bigger field of view. Okay, looks like that's the end of the reversing section. That's good. Now just be careful to not hit these bollards that I can barely see. Looks like we're clear of them. Oh, and I've taken that turn a little early. Whoops. Drive forwards and turn right. Okay, we're done with the reversing section. Let's go. Now, be very careful to not mess this next part up because I don't want to do that again. Got the reversing section down on the first try though. That's good. Be careful to not hit the sign. Yeah, that's easier said than done. This is a very tight turn you've given me to work with. Just trying to hug that line of cones as best I can. Now I think I'll try and going into the middle lane. And it looks like we got a lot of room on that side. Let's go. And into the Driving Academy complex. Now for a little breather area with some normal driving. Prepare to park there. So I'm gonna go swing in and come out at a 45-degree-ish angle. Now carefully park in that area. Careful. Careful. Careful not to hit the truck on the far side either. Looks like I overturned slightly, but that's okay. That looks absolutely gorgeous. And just come into the spot. Stop. Secure the truck. Shut down the engine. Part 1 complete. Right. On to Part 2, which is all about parking. Final exam Part 2. Welcome to the second part of the final exam. We'll move to a nearby parking lot and test your skills in reversing and maneuvering into parking spots. So, just everything that was from Chapter 4, I guess. Several consecutive parking challenges await you to assess your abilities. Oh, it's like Chapter 4, except it's all in a row, and I don't get checkpoints. Oh no. Space is limited here, so be careful and take your time. Make good use of the space around you and use all of your mirrors to your full advantage. Good luck. So, the good news is it looks a lot shorter than Part 1. The bad news is it looks a lot harder as well. Starting off with a simple drive forward and then shimmy back. Also, I noticed in the diagram it didn't actually show the truck doing the course. It just said, here's a bunch of parking spots, good luck. Which is an interesting strategy, to say the least. I might not have driven forward enough to effectively get into this space. I think I may have done this wrong immediately. I have done this wrong immediately. We're off to a flying start. And again. Alright, so this time I think I'll take advantage of this area over here to try to line up the trailer more with the parking spot. The problem is making sure to not hit that cone in the process. I have successfully avoided that cone. So now I'm going to go straighten off over here. Make sure the trailer is straightened off. I no idea where the cones are. That'll have to do. Sure to not hit these cones either. I think I'm driving away from them. That's good. Trailer looks like it's entering the spot good. So let's just turn this way to straighten off a bit more. And that looks like a good line. I'm going to go straighten off. And that's going to hit a cone. So now turn this way a bit more. Now I can see where we're going. And just pull into the parking spot. Beautiful. So I'm not going to take any chances. This is not the road course, so the turns shouldn't be too tight. And even so, I'm going to play it really safe. I guess the punishment for failure isn't too bad. So I'm going to try to hug these trucks and then come off at a 45 degree. This is an easier version of the ending parking spot from the last part. So hopefully I don't mess this up. This is a relatively easy parking job, just not a lot of space on the front. Making sure I don't hit this barrier on this side either. And I think we got enough room on the front now, so just back up into the diagonal space. Turn green, please. Thank you. 2 down. I have no idea how many more we have to go. Watch out for unexpected situations. I was reading the scenario and I hit a cone. This is why you don't text and drive. And again, that's the first 2 spaces done. Now let's not get distracted by reading the scenario again and actually navigate around these cones rather than into them. That has got to be like the most embarrassing way to go out. Just, you're not failing on the hard part, you're failing on the bit between the hard parts. That's annoying. And I'm glad I caught myself, because I would have hit this thing. I'm going to try to take this turn a little wider, and I'm hoping that that's enough. It is. There is a bit of a slalom here. This is a bit trickier than I gave it credit for initially. You know that thing I said about getting between the hard parts? Yeah, they put a hard part between the hard parts. That's fun. I might not be able to make this corner. It's a tight spot. Now there's a cone around here somewhere. And I hit it. Phenomenal. And again. Yeah, that was a bit ambitious. I tried to take a fun line for the first one, and it did not end well. And again. Alright, back to the tricky bit. So, I think what I'll want to do is I'll want to take this wide and then kind of hug the outside of the corner. So that way we have plenty of room for the trailer to make it around that thing, and then cut in earlier than I did last time so that the trailer can still make it around that thing, but also make it around that thing. It's made it around the first thing. I'm being very descriptive here, I can't. So I think I'll want to hug this wall. Trailer's making it around that. Now turn earlier than I did last time so that I don't hit that cone, and it looks like we're past it. Now it's parallel parking time. Oh goodness. Good news is we're not gonna line up directly. We can pull into the space a bit, and that should help line us up a bit more. Then again, we are coming out of a turn from that way. I'm just gonna completely ignore the parallel parking thing and just go for this angle. What's the worst that could happen? That actually looks pretty dang good. Okay, I might want to go a little further out and do that again. So I think I need to bring my cabin over first. Okay, I'm almost in the space. Okay, that counts, that counts. One final parking maneuver. Where is it? It's over there. Looks like just a normal back-end spot, but there's a bit of fancy maneuvering to get there, so just take nothing for granted. How's the trailer looking? Absolutely beautiful. So I think what I'll want to do is to take advantage of this space over here, do a big turn to the left. Oh, I see. This is a passenger side thing, but what I'm going to do instead is try to do a big U-turn here. Sort of. I've gotten lost, got myself turned around slightly, and I think I'll just head back out this way so I can back in using driver's side reversing, because I have the space for it, why not? Alright, I might have misjudged this slightly, but hopefully this can still work. No, it looks like I've just completely botched this. Okay, good, let's go. Maybe I can salvage it, who knows? Probably not, but maybe. I have no idea where my trailer is. It's heading directly for that truck. Okay, maybe this isn't salvageable. Oh, actually, this could work. This could work. I probably should have just pulled in here and do a big U-turn over here and just careful not to jackknife. I think this idea can work. I think this idea can work. If I pull in over here fully, I should be able to do a driver's side parking job. It's just we have to do a U-turn in reverse. But it's on the driver's side, so I have the bigger field of view. Jackknifing myself slightly, but hopefully that should be good if I have enough room to maneuver on this side. This is very much not the intended way to do this, but I'm gonna go for it because I'm already committed this far. Now that looks like a better parking lineup to me. How are the bollards looking over here? Got plenty of room. Just a matter of getting into the space properly. Ah, dag nabbit. And again. What? Frick. And again. Count it. Counted. Right. Back to the final parking space, and I think I'll try to do the more dev-intended strategy this time. Actually, wait, no. I don't think I can. I think what I'll actually want to do is to do sort of the thing that I was doing, but try to bring it over a little more this way before swinging back this way and reversing in on the driver's side. Actually, this might have been the exact opposite of what I wanted to do, but at least I'm at a better angle now. That's the thing. This is a tricky spot because there's not a lot of room on that side to pull forward, so it has to be a driver's side turn. But the problem is I need to back up to allow it to be a driver's side turn, and I don't have a lot of space for that either. Okay, so I think I'll just straighten out fully and pull back that way. So the trailer's at a slightly better angle. All right, 45 degree angled it, sort of. Yeah, this is a much better angle than I was at last time. This is probably more likely to be the intended solution rather than doing the weird U-turn thing I was doing. Now it's just a matter of execution. We are pretty far into the spot, but I think we are turning it back. That looks beautiful. Now it's just a matter of sticking the landing. Turn green, stop. Now leave the testing area and park the truck. Exit the test area to your left. Oh, I thought that was to be the end. Where did those cones go? Got a lot of space here, but don't take anything for granted. Don't hit this truck. Don't hit the bollards on either side of my trailer. I'm cleared the bollards. Ah, dang it. All right, but luckily there's room. There's room. So we can maneuver this back a bit. There's nothing on either side of us. We're good. Now pull forward and actually stop fully in the spot rather than the trailer hanging out. There we go. Secure the truck. Shut down the engine. We are done! Congratulations, you've successfully completed the exams for truck driving basics and learned something that I failed to read. This is the first step in your journey toward realizing your dream of becoming a professional truck driver. Yes. You're now ready to head out on the roads of America and face your first challenges. But the adventure has just begun. Let's go! I've proven that I have all the necessary skills for driving, maneuvering, and parking a truck. Success. And on that note, we have now completed Truck Driving Basics. SCS has announced that the next module, Truck Driving Proficiency, is coming out soon. My guess is that it's going to be coming out sometime September-ish, but that's just a wild guess. But until then, this has been American Truck Simulator's Driving Academy. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you again real soon.